Good afternoon. Today's the 1st of June, first day of summer, and typically it's raining, cloudy, not too bad temperature, probably about 18 degrees Celsius. And so I thought I'd have a look around the greenhouse, see what we've got. Here we've got some strawberries growing in pots. These were just dug up as runners out of the garden in early spring, putting some compost in the pots, watered, bit of feed every now and again, something like Tomorite or Miracle Grow, not really fussy, but as you see, lots of nice fruit. One of the advantages is of growing them like this, they're always nice clean fruit, don't get damaged by slugs, snails or birds. So why not give it a go? If you've got room, could do it outside really, but of course in the greenhouse you get them a little bit earlier. Back of the greenhouse, I've got a row of sweet peas, and normally sow these in sort of October time, but this year they were spring sown, not quite as far on as they normally would be, but I have just started picking the few flowers. Again, one of the advantages, don't get pollen beetles on them, which is something, if I grow them outdoors, I always seem to get covered in the tiny little black pollen beetles. Take them home, put them in a vase, and you've got little beetles everywhere in your house. So this is to avoid that. Got some cucumbers growing here. The variety is Socrates. These are from seed. It's a variety I've grown before. This is sort of a middle length cucumber. Nice thin skinned. I'm not the greatest fan of cucumbers. Don't think they have a lot of flavour, but very prolific fruit. So I usually end up sticking some out on the front wall for passers-by to take if they like. More strawberries, if I can focus on them. There they are. Beautiful, very tasty, nice flavour. I'll have a look at the tomatoes. I usually grow about half a dozen plants, and first one we can see here is variety Shirley. I bought these as some very small plants from the garden centre, probably £1 each or so. I used to grow them from seed, but the problem is you put them somewhere and they start to grow, and it's too cold to put them in the greenhouse, and they can get quite leggy. So I now find it just better and easier just to go and buy some plants. They're just starting to set the first truss. Another Shirley next to it, and this variety here, Sun Gold. It's a cherry tomato, an orangey coloured cherry tomato, very sweet. You can pick these straight from the plant, pop them in your mouth, like eating sweets almost. Another Shirley here, and this one is Moneymaker. I think it's quite an old variety, but does well, has stood the test of time. And the last one we see, another sun gold, just setting fruit now. These are all cordon varieties, which means you screw them up a single stem, take out any side shoots. You don't want them bushy, you want all the growth to go up the stem. Again, I've got the black plastic on the floor. I think it possibly helps in the early days, keeping the soil warmer, keeping some moisture in, but it also, as I said, suppresses weed growth, which is good. A few marigolds. This is a sort of companion planting idea. Not sure if it really works, but if it doesn't do any good, it certainly doesn't do any harm. The idea is the smell or scent from the marigolds. I say smell really. Not particularly a nice fragrance. It's supposed to keep the green fly or white fly away. But I say, I'm not totally convinced, but does no harm. Look nice. Something nice and bright when you come in the greenhouse. What else have I got? Oh, a few gourds. I just sowed these the other week, like an ornamental, really. Various knobbly or warty type fruits from them, which can be dried, displayed in the late autumn, winter. Make a nice Halloween display if nothing else. But they do last all winter really, if you keep them dry in the house. Quite colourful. Not too late to sow these. You can, in fact, I may have a few more seeds that I'll pop in the next day or so. They do grow to quite big plants though, rather like cucumbers or mallows. So need a bit of room for them. Well, I think that's it for today. Hopefully the weather will be better, although the forecast's not great, and we'll get out in the garden, have a look around, see what's growing there. Thanks for watching. Bye now.